Hi guys, welcome back. I've got quite a fun one for you today. There's going to be lots of variety in this workout with absolutely no equipment necessary. We are doing a cardio Pilates extravaganza for a bit of fat burn and toning. So it's going to be circuit style, really focusing on core strength and control, and then a big old cardio finale at the end. So if you're ready, go ahead, roll out your mat and let's do it. Hi guys, we're doing, I think, one of my favorite types of workouts today because it's going to be a combination of some really good toning and a little bit of cardio for fat burn. So it's Pilates plus some cardio. It's going to be a fun one. Before we get started though, just two pieces of business. As always, if you do not, please do go follow me on Instagram at F2D Fitness. I'm posting all kinds of things over there. So in addition to fitness, there's nutrition content, lots of content related to women's hormone health, all of the good stuff. Also linked from there, as well as down below in the description box, you can find the shop where you can buy my 28-day workout program, the Hustle and Flow Guide. I love it when you guys buy that, first of all, because it really supports me. It helps support me with these YouTube videos, which I do for free. So it gives me a little bit more opportunity to find time to do these because I can take more breaks in my day to do this stuff for you guys. So yeah, it really supports me. It's also just a fantastic program. Honestly, is the exact program that I used for probably about 2 years to help balance hormones, lose hormonal fat. It helped me lean down probably the most I ever have, while at the same time having the easiest monthly cycles that I have ever had. So I do really recommend it. Could be a great one to do over the summer. So that will all be linked down below, but we're gonna crack on with this one. We're gonna start with a little bit of an ab warm up, and then work into a little bit of a circuit, finish with some cardio. So that's kind of the order of events, as it were. So I want you to go ahead, bring legs out in front of you, reach arms long. We'll do one nice and slow roll down here to come all the way down onto the mat. Knees are going to come up into a tabletop position, so just directly over the hips, feet level, don't drop, don't pull in too far. Inhale, reach arms long overhead. On the exhale, we're just going to take a little reach, lifting from the chest. Inhale, release, that's it. Exhale, little reach. So imagine you have a 500 euro note, 500 any currency, dangling off either ankle, and you want to reach for that. So it'll be a little pause where you're untying it, grabbing it, and then release back down. As arms come overhead, keep lower back pressed flat to the floor. 4 more here. So lifting with the chest, not the head. You will feel the difference. Neck should only ever just be in line with the spine. Here's 3. 2, we're gonna hold on to the last one. Of course we are. Palms down, shoulders back, lift from the chest, hundreds here. So we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep pushing navel down. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. All right, go ahead, release back down, keep knees where they are. We're gonna do that same little reach and crunch. This time we're adding a double leg extension. So inhale, on the exhale, little curl, you're still lifting the chest the same amount as before, little pause, and we draw knees back in, reach arms overhead. Exhale, little hollow hold. Make sure you're not coming up too high on that, so you're not coming all the way up to the tailbone. The bottom half of the back will stay down on the floor here still. So it's the same level of crunch as it was before. Don't let the legs carry you out, because the legs could just kind of propel you all the way up there if you let them, but we're not letting them. We're in control here. Few more here. All right, getting a little bit of an ab burn. All right, one more, we're gonna hold the last one, and we're gonna go back into hundreds in this diagonal. So palms down, we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale.
exhale. Inhale, exhale. Woo, couple more, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale. Oh my God. Exhale. Knees in, woo, head down. Go ahead, rock up. So now is when we're gonna get into more of the actual circuit that we're doing. So it's gonna be a very core-centered circuit. We're gonna be doing intervals of 45 seconds on, 15 seconds of rest. There will be 3 rounds. Each round is gonna be a tiny bit different. It's gonna be similar, you'll see the similarities, but it's gonna be a tiny bit different. So I would say, generally speaking, the rounds probably progress a little bit in difficulty, but yeah, no, I would say that generally. Okay, so first exercise though, you're gonna be in a quadruped position with right leg extended long. We'll do a lift of the right leg, keeping hips square to the floor, right toes tuck under, and then you're just gonna lift this left knee, tuck it into the chest. That's the move. 45 seconds of this one, so set up there. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. So right leg lifts, hands underneath shoulders, left knee tucks into chest. So it should feel the abs that you just worked. As you tuck knee in, make sure that you're keeping shoulders directly over the wrists and you're not like pushing back to a downward dog or something like that. Expand across the upper back and shoulders. As that right leg lifts, you're keeping navel tight there as well. Little bit of softness in the elbows, so just make sure you're not hyperextending. Last one on this side. Give it a release. You can just sit back to the heels here for a second. Shake out the wrists, shake out the shoulders. Next exercise, somewhat obviously, is that same thing, but on the other side. So set up in your quadruped position here. Left leg extends long. Here we go. So we lift left leg, tuck toes under, right knee tucks into chest. Really intentional tuck of that right knee. So you can do a little bit of a pause in it. As I'm filming this, it's a really exciting time because the day I'm filming, the new Jonas Brothers album has just come out. I've not listened to it yet. That's gonna be my reward for after filming. I gave myself a reward system because I could have just gotten sucked into that this morning and there would have been none of these videos available for the next week because I would have done that instead. So it's my reward. Last one here and release. So next one, you're gonna come all the way down here, all the way face down. You can just stack the hands, have them relaxed. Bend the knees, heels to our toes turned out, and open the knees to about the width of your mat. We're gonna do a little squeeze the glutes here. So squeeze glutes, legs will lift a little bit, release. That's it, we're going. We're in our 45 seconds. Keep the upper body as relaxed as you can, and keep these controlled, heels in tight toward the butt. So don't just think of doing like a big up and then dropping the legs. You should be controlling on the way down as well. But yeah, so that's gonna be my reward. I'm looking forward to it. So I can't pass judgment on any of the songs yet. Well, that's not true. I can pass judgment on the 2 singles that I've already heard. I've already passed judgment on those, but I can't say anything really about the rest of it because I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm really excited to do it. Last one there. Go ahead, release. Just roll onto one side here. So we're gonna be doing a little side plank series from a side plank on the knees. So knee and elbow, elbow directly underneath the shoulder. As we lift a side plank, we're gonna clamshell that leg open. So here we go. So heels stay there, top leg opens, tap hips down. Tap hips down, don't rest hips down. So you do have to touch all the way to floor, but don't rest the weight in it. Make sure that as you're lifting, that shoulder is directly over the elbow. So as you're tapped down, the elbow should almost feel a little bit too close underneath you so that we're maintaining the line as you lift up. Neck in line with the spine here, hips stay stacked, navel in tight. All the usual rules apply, nice and controlled with these though. So yeah, let me know. I mean, by the time you guys are watching this, I will have listened to the new Jonas Brothers album probably like 50 times. Last one here, go ahead, switch sides. So let me know in the comments if you listen to it, what your favorite songs are. If you're gonna go see them when they're touring in the like late summer / autumn. I am. Anyway, other side here, start it up. Yeah, and if you are, where you're going to be seeing them. Yes, I'm very, very excited. Big, long-time Jonas Brothers fan. You guys have heard it recently. I've been like banging on about it because they're doing it like when there's a new album coming out and they're touring, like that is kind of the highlight of my year, you know? So excited to listen to that. I'm gonna listen to that while I clean. What a jam. Keep it going here, so stay away from that bottom shoulder. We are almost done with our first round of the circuit. All right, go ahead, release. You're gonna flip, not really, you're just gonna roll onto your back here, legs out long in front of you. And we're just gonna do a classic roll up here. So legs out long, inhale, arms overhead. Here we go. Exhale, all the way up, rolling little by little, reach arms overhead, sit nice and tall, and then thinking of releasing the spine like 1/2 inch or about 1 centimeter at a time. So don't just fall back down, especially think about the lower half of your back where we are going to be going against the natural curvature of the spine. So that's where we can really strengthen the lower back by slowing it down and really articulating. I think probably one more here is going to do it. We're keeping these just nice and slow. Go ahead, roll back down. And then now we are actually going to flip over, come into a plank position. Well, you've got a few seconds here, but we're gonna be coming up into plank, just doing a plank shoulder tap. So hand to opposite shoulder. You can always modify from the knees. You can keep feet a little bit wider. Here we go. So tap shoulder down. These, I especially want you to think of slowing down. Do not go faster than I am right now. Keep hips square to the floor as you tap shoulder. So watch that you're not swinging the hips around. We want to stay really, really stable there. That's where it is a core control exercise. This is the last thing in the first round of our circuit though. So you get a little taste of what everything's gonna be like. But as I said, we'll change it a little bit round to round. And then we'll finish with some cardio. Last one there, release. You can just drop the knees. Take a little child's pose here. So little breather. Release the shoulders, shake out the wrists. There we go with round one. Don't want it to sound like we're finished. That was round one. So round two, things are gonna look somewhat familiar, but different. So again, we'll be starting from a quadruped position. Right leg is going to be extended long. We're gonna start off the same. Right leg lifts. Yep. Right toes tuck under, but this time instead of tucking left knee into the chest, you're gonna lift it back and then bring it down. When you lift it back, this is not it. You're not going with the whole back. So shoulders stay over the wrist, butt stays down. It's not a downward dog. Don't lift using the back or hips. We're just gonna do a little lift of the leg. It's more about lower abs anyway. So starting all on that same side, right leg extends long here. We start in 3, 2, 1. So right leg lift, left leg goes long and it comes back down underneath the hip. So right leg. So the torso really won't be moving here at all. The legs are doing their own little weird dance down there, but the torso, it's not invited. It's not part of it. Shoulders just stay over the wrists. We're staying nice and strong there. This is one of my favorite core exercises because it just gets so many parts of the core in one fell swoop. Efficiency, I'm all about it. And go ahead, release, give everything a little shake out. We'll repeat that. on the other side, of course. A few more seconds here though. So setting up in that quadruped position, left leg starts out long. Here we go. So lift left, and then right leg extends. Right knee down. Lift, extend. How is everybody feeling as we come into summer a bit more? Good stuff. So in May in Madrid, we start having there are a couple of long holiday weekends. And I feel like once that happens, the general atmosphere for everybody, including me, is just summer, and now it's summer, done, and no one really wants to work or be productive anymore. Last one here. So that's kind of the atmosphere in Madrid right now. So it's a real struggle for me to get anything done, because I'm just nope, summer mode now, vacation time. So we're gonna start here, same as where we did before with knees wide, heels here. I want you to lift. This is our starting position. We're gonna extend and bend. Go with me. So legs stay lifted the whole time. Extend, push all the way along through the heels, bend back in. So keeping a squeeze of the butt. Make sure you're going for a full extension. Move as if you're moving through water. So don't just snap the knees straight. We want it to be a really controlled push. But yeah, mentally I'm summer mode, vacation mode. That's where I am. Does anybody have any summer vacations planned? We are going to be going to Wales in July. Last one here. Go ahead, release, roll onto one side for our side plank. So we're still gonna be on the elbow. You could stay on the knees as well, or you could extend the top leg, or you can extend both legs long. We're gonna be lifting the side plank and just pulsing it. So those are your options. If you're going from the feet, as you can split or stack, but you're just gonna stay lifted, little pulses up from the hips. So I say from the hips, not from the shoulder. Think of it actually pulling from the hips. But yeah, so we've got that planned. We're going to Pembrokeshire in Wales. A few people actually recommended it, including one of the people I think recommended it on my video. So thank you for that recommendation. We're doing Pembrokeshire this year. So it's coastal Wales, should be beachy and nautical and all of the things. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. Let's see. Last few seconds here, and then go ahead, release. We'll switch sides. And then in August, I'm actually making an extremely rare appearance in the United States. I almost never go back to the States. Fun fact, I have not been back in years. Yeah, lift up second side. So whatever you done the first side, repeat it here. So yeah, it's been a hot minute. I've only been back to the States, I think, twice since we've been in Madrid, and we've been in Madrid now for 8.5 years. So yeah, it's been a hot minute, but I'm gonna do my way back to the States for a bit, see the Jonas Brothers in New York, actually at Yankee Stadium. And then yeah, that's happening in August. So fun stuff. Let me know what your summer vacation plans are. Last one here, go ahead and release. You're gonna come onto your back again. I'm very much on the European schedule where it's work September through June, and then July and August, free for all. Legs out long here. We're gonna do that same roll up but with a knee drive. So inhale, arms long. Exhale, you're gonna tuck knee in, keeping foot level with the knee, slow release back down. Make sure that chest stays above or equal to the line of the knee. So we don't want the leg to come in too soon where it just pushes the torso back. More important to get that crunch, you could even just bring the leg up at the very last second. So you could fully roll up like that and then just tuck the knee in last. I would prefer that in some ways. If you need to modify these, because it will still help the chest come where it belongs. Last one here. Roll down. And then again, we're just gonna roll up one more time and flip around. So we're back into plank again, this time in that plank. Hands are gonna stay where they are, but the legs, we're just gonna be tapping out to the side, bring it in, tap out to the side, bring in, alternating sides. All right, here we go. So out, in, in. Keeping butt level with the shoulders. Think of pushing the floor away from you, navel in tight. So this is the last exercise in our second round, which means we just have one more round after this, the final round, where it's really gonna get serious. So hopefully we're feeling good, core's feeling strong, and then the cardio is just gonna be a bit of fun at the end, really, at that point. Let's do one more on either side. And then release, press back to a child's pose again here. Have a little wiggle out. Again, we get a slightly longer break because that's the end of the round, end of round 2. So have a little wiggle out. Whew, shake things out. Hopefully you can't hear the dogs barking next door. Something has set them off this morning. And then meanwhile, look at how calm and quiet it is around here. Not a single cat in sight. Where are they? I don't know. They were going crazy this morning though. So they're probably just like exhausted from their pre-filming crazy time. All right, final round. I'll give you an option for a modification for this one, but ideally, this is what's gonna happen. We're fully into the plank, right leg's gonna be lifted, and we're just gonna be pulsing here. It's only 45 seconds, so it's not too bad for holding a plank. I want you to start there, do as much like that as you can without, of course, the butt pressing back and coming into downward dog, because that's not the move, so shoulders have to stay down. If you absolutely need to, you can drop that left knee underneath, come into a quadruped, and keep pulsing. So we're doing each side separately, starting with pulsing that right leg. We're lifting up to the plank in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do it. So yeah, just check in with the butt, watch that the butt isn't lifting. It's gonna feel totally different if you're in a downward dog here. It's actually pretty mild in a downward dog. So if it feels too mild, you know that your shoulders are probably pushing back. They should be directly over the wrists, butt level with the shoulders. We're halfway through. Keep that right leg nice and long. Keep pushing back through the left heel. You're gonna feel a little bit of the left quad helping out with this one. It's just so many things. It's so many feelings. This last few seconds here. And release. Okay, there's one side done. One side done, that feels good. We're going into the second side though, so here we go. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Left leg is pulsing. And whatever you did on that first side, you have to repeat here. So if you maintained that plank the whole time, you gotta do it again. I did this exercise in a group class earlier this week, and everybody was really bummed to hear that they had to repeat on the second side, because everybody went all out on that first side, which is amazing. And then guess what? Second side, you need to match what you did on the first side. I'm feeling that right now. I'm feeling some type of way about that. Keep going though, it's only a few more seconds here. We can do this. Here's 3, 2, 1. Oh, release down. And as a reward for that, you get to lie all the way down. So this final prone series, we're gonna keep the legs straight the entire time. A little bit wide, so kind of aiming for the corners of the mat, maybe even just wider. Lift legs to start, and we're just gonna squeeze inner thighs together, open. Inner thighs together, open. So the fronts of the thighs might be like dragging on the floor a little bit. I don't want to say dragging, but they might be like brushing the floor a little bit, but there's no weight in them because the legs are staying lifted. Keep those knees locked straight, so don't think of bringing the ankles together. They may or may not come together, but I want you to bring the squeeze from the inner thighs. If you think from the ankles, sometimes what happens is we get those loose knees and we're just making like a little diamond shape there. That's not the exercise. Few more here. Last one, and release. So you know the drill. Roll over, ready for your side plank. So you can do this with bottom knee down if you want, in which case we're gonna be lifting the side plank, squeezing knee to elbow. You can also do that up on the feet. I'm gonna start up on the feet. I'm gonna try it. Go ahead, lift into your plank. We'll see how long this lasts, but we're just squeezing knee to elbow. Knee is gonna come above the line of the body. So it is a turn out. We're not just going directly in front. Bear in mind what you do on this first side, you're repeating on the second. I say that for me right now. But my side plank is actually a little bit stronger on the left, so I'm hoping that's gonna carry me through the second time. Keep hips lifted. Final round. That cardio is gonna feel like a breeze. Last one here. Woo, release. All right, switch sides. Okay, if we can do side planks today, we can do anything. That's the motto. That's what we're going with here. So whatever you did on that first side, elbow right underneath the shoulder. Here we go. Lift up. Abs squeezing tight. I keep hitting this radiator. Ugh. Oh boy. Does the second side feel harder? A little bit. I'm just like that much tireder. That much hungrier. All right, under 10 seconds remaining in this one. What a doozy. Give me one more. Woo. All right, come on to your back. So final variation of these roll-ups, both knees are gonna tuck in. Again, I advise leading with the chest, bringing the knees up second. Here we go. So roll, get as high as you can with the chest. Well, not as high as you can with the chest, but as high as you need to, so that when we add the legs, you're not just pushed back down. So that as you tuck the knees in, we can keep a flat back, chest level with the knees, or slightly higher. Slowly, just controlling that release, back down. There should be a little bit of pause in the half boat. You could always go back to singles here if you're working up to these ones. You could also give yourself a little assist and maybe grab the legs, pull together. That could be helpful. One more here. All right, go ahead, flip over. There's a lot of planking happening in this round. We get to plank again. And we're gonna combo that shoulder tap plus the toe tap out, opposite hand and leg. Here we go. So it'll be right hand with the left leg and then switch. So you're always moving opposite hand and leg. Don't try to do the same side. So find that coordination. So we're kind of teasing an advanced plank, which is just one hand, one foot, opposite hand and foot. Navel stays in center, so think of it as your North Star. Everything can move around it, but it cannot move. Last few seconds here, and this is gonna be it for the circuit. One more. Boom, knees down. Child's pose. All right, we made it through our little core strength circuit. Heart rate might be up a little bit even just from this, to be fair. We're gonna finish with just full on cardio. It's not too bad. It's only 3 minutes, but those 3 minutes, it's gonna be straight through. There are no rests. So it's gonna be 6 different exercises, 30 seconds of each, but we're just going back to back to back with all of them. So there's no rest, no rest in between. So 3 minutes, we stretch, we're done. That's all you have to think about right now. 3 minutes, that's like one Jonas Brothers song. So if you've got the Jonas Brothers album open, pick your favorite song, not Wings, because that one's not 3 minutes, that one's like 1:55. pick a different one, and you can enjoy that as we get through these 3 minutes of cardio. We're gonna start in a plank. Yes, back to plank. You're gonna be walking hands, back in like so. So you're in a little crouch position. We're gonna reach all the way up, heels lift at the top, come back down, do it again. So coming into your plank to start, we're starting in 3, 2, 1. All right, walk, 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 walk. Reach, walk, walk, walk forward. These ones aren't too bad. We're still thinking core control with these ones. Finding a bit of balance on that reach at the top. One more here. All right, last reach, boom, butt kicks. Straight into a butt kick. So shoulders back, actually make contact there. So kick yourself in the butt, navel in tight. So we're still in that first minute of the 3 minutes. I'm sure you realize that. Last few seconds here. Here's 3, 2, 1. All right, stand with feet together here. You're gonna step wide, come low, step together. Wide, step together. So like you're ducking under a rope or bar, low through the legs, not through the back. So you shouldn't be rounding the back there. Again, it's a little bit of core work. So we've got kind of a little, what's the word I want to use here? It's like a little snake-like motion. I don't know. Last one there, and then feet wide here, toes point forward, squat up to releve. So heels lift, going nice and quick. So big power down to big power up. Think of it as like a slingshot. The more you pull it back, the more power it's gonna get. The more we drop down, the more power we're gonna get. Last few seconds here. Last one. Keep a little bend in the knees. Ladder run. In, out, out. In, out, out. And I'm gonna try to catch it at the halfway point of this one so we can switch the lead leg for a bit of coordination work. All right, switch your lead leg. It's good for your brain. Out, out, in, on the balls of feet, navel in tight. All right, we're almost to that final move right here. So come down to squat. We're gonna jump, land narrow, jump, land wide. But jumping each time. Again, think like that slingshot. The lower you go, the more power you're gonna get coming out of it. So go big or go home. Nice high jumps here. It's our last one, we got 10 seconds left. And you're gonna feel good today. Last one here, and done. There we go. Oh my God. Give it a little shake out. My legs are tired from that. My legs are tired. Give them a little shake out. Shake out the wrists, shake out the shoulders. Take a moment to just regulate the breathing. Let the heart rate come down a little bit. Don't stop moving. I see this happen so often where people will like go crazy doing cardio and they'll like sit down. What? What are you doing? Don't do that. Don't sit down. That is not good for your muscles to do that. We need to properly cool it down. So yeah, don't overdo that. Don't go like crazy bananas and then just stop. Not a good plan. Don't advise it. Let the heart rate come down a little bit here first, and then we'll come into our stretches. So let's come on to the knees here. You're just gonna step left foot forward to that outside edge of your mat. So hands will be on the inside. Give the hips a little rock, side to side, and then go ahead, tuck right toes under, lift that right knee. We'll just hover forward and back. Nice stretch on the front right hip flexor. Release the right knee back down. Keep right hand underneath that shoulder, and we're gonna twist left arm up. We can drop that right hip down a little bit more, reach the arm back, and then circle it around. Bring it back down underneath the shoulder, step the left leg back. Same thing on the right. So right foot steps forward. Have a little wiggle here, side to side. Love these ones for the hips. Tuck left toes under, lift that knee, and you're gonna go forward and back. Keeping right heel down. Nice and gentle. Left knee comes down, left hand stays where it is. Sweep open the right arm. Think of bringing the navel over the right hip bone and then float that right arm back. You can look back toward the fingertips. Circle it back, around. Step that leg back. Let's take a cat-cow here. So knees underneath shoulders, wrists underneath, no, knees underneath hips, wrists underneath shoulders. There we go. Inhale, you're gonna hollow, knees under shoulders. Nope, that doesn't work. Exhale around, tuck in. Again, inhale, hollow, really exaggerate these. Exhale round. Tuck in. Press back to a child's pose here. You can always keep a little bit of motion in it still, so if you want to give the hips a little rock side to side. I really enjoy doing palms open up toward the ceiling on these ones and rocking a little bit into the shoulders. I just find that really opens up fronts of my shoulders doing that. And they need that. And then go ahead, walk hands back in toward the knees. We'll give the upper body a little stretch here, so cross one arm in front of the chest. There was a lot of planking. Did you see that coming? Maybe. If you've done workouts with me before, you probably should have seen that coming. Might have been a fun surprise. And then take that hand between the shoulder blades, press it down. I mean, when it comes to core work, planks. Planks are the one and only. My true love. And go ahead, release, other side, cross in front. So if you don't like planks, I advise just keep doing them. Keep doing them. Sometimes the things that you don't like are the things that you need to do the most. And when you've done them enough, you find that actually, you know what? You don't hate them as much as you once did. You just gotta power through. That's the case with planks, especially side planks. Yeah, I feel like there's a high resistance level to side planks. Hands behind the back, just press back here. Woo. And then just sit nice and tall. You can go about your day now because that is us done. So go enjoy listening to all the Jonas Brothers. Let me know in the comments which songs were your favorite, as I said before. And then of course, if you enjoyed this workout, give it a like down below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well to come back twice per week. We're getting rowdy. We're getting rowdy leading up to summer. So all the fun stuff, there's probably a little bit more cardio headed your way. So if you enjoy that, be sure to come back and I will see you guys soon. Bye.